Thank you guys for joining. Happy Wednesday, guys. Let's like the life, guys. How are you doing today? Everyone, how are you doing today? Happy Wednesday, everyone. Let me know who has joined. Thank you guys with a lot of love for the like. I'm waiting for my computer, to restart so that I can be able, uh, you know, Bonnie, yo, long time no see. Yeah, long time, Bonnie. Long time, Bonnie. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? You got lost. You got lost. Or is it about being too busy? Is it about being too busy? Wow, thank you so much, Bonnie, for joining today. How are you progressing on? On my side, I'm fantastic. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for coming back to me. Wow, I always feel very, very fine when I see my good. Oh, I'm on work. Okay, okay, Bonnie. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for joining. Yeah, guys, sometimes when you get lost too much, for too long, then it's very hard to remember when you come back unless you say long time like Mr. Bonnie. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for joining today. I appreciate. Um, yeah, now I remember the name because the last word is the one that I really is the one that I can really recall. Thy, yeah, that was the name that strong. Strong, how are you doing? Kuko poa kabisa. Thank you so much, Strong, for joining. Thank you. How are you doing today, Strong? Strong is my countryman, as well my my tribesman or woman. Thank you, Strong, for joining, and everyone else. Let's like the life. How are you doing today, Strong? How are you doing today? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Strong, niko poa kabisa. What about you? How are you doing? Thank you, guys. We can like the live. Guys. I'm a little bit updating my computer, so I can't even post Dayo Gikuyu. Hapo sawa, Strong. Yeah, peace out. Strong is saying that we should have peace each and every time. Thank you so much, Strong. Dayo. When we say Dayo, we mean peace. Peace everywhere. Peace everywhere. So I'll have to wait until it's updated completely. Then from there now I can be able to use it. Corinne, how are you doing today? Bonjour. How is Paris? Corinne, how is Paris? How is Paris, Corinne, today? Thank you for the like. Let's like the live, guys. Let's like the live, and I'm going to appreciate, guys. Thank you, guys. Let me see if it has finished updating. I think now it's okay. So now I can start it, so that probably I can post our today's topic. Guys, if this is your first time and you are here, kindly consider subscribing, guys. Kindly consider subscribing. If this is your first time uh, joining me on this platform, kindly consider subscribing. Let's take this channel, guys, to 2k. Let's take it to 2k, guys, and I'm going to appreciate. Let's take it to 2k, and guys, I'm going to appreciate a lot. And thank you for the returning subscriber. Each and every time when you come back, you always motivate me. To keep on doing more videos. Similarly, today I uploaded a new video, guys. You can watch it out. Kindly support the video by liking as well as commenting on it, and guys, I'm going to appreciate. So if this is your first time and you have never subscribed, or you have a friend that have never subscribed in this platform, kindly guys consider subscribing. Let's take this, let's take this platform to 2k, guys. Mary Muite, good morning, workout, and I appreciate. Thank you so much, Mary Muite. Thank you for joining. And may God bless you for joining today. Major, not Mary, but Major Muite. Thank you so much. For joining. And may God bless you for such nice and kind words. So guys, as I was saying, if you have never been here, guys, consider subscribing, and I'm always going to appreciate. And besides considering subscribing, guys, if you have a friend, you can tell a friend to join us each and every time. We always go live each and every time, and we love visitors. Interacting with people, and we always feel very, very fine. So support this platform. Let's take the platform to 2k, guys. More videos as always coming through each and every day. So guys, always stay and watch out each and every time, since we always have new videos. Like today, guys, I have a new video. If you haven't watched it, guys, kindly check it out. Julius Mwamburi. Julius, thank you so much for the likes. Julius is saying hello bro, hakuna ini fan alijitokeza kwako kunisaidia ndugu yangu venye niliomba msaada wa 1500 kuongezea nilipe haki, nimekwama kabisa. So guys, if you are here and you'd love to to bail out our friend, our brother Julius, Julius Mwamburi, guys, if you are here and you can be able to bail out our friend, he is saying that he is having some issues with his house rent. So guys, if you are here, maybe you can reach out to our brother, and I think it will be such a very, very good thing. As I told you, Julius, yesterday, most of the times, YouTube is not like any other platform, so I cannot like post your number. I cannot like pin your number here, because it will be pulled out. You see. Similarly, I can't like pin someone's email, because it's going to be pulled out by the other moderators. I think each and every time you go live on YouTube, there are always some moderators that watches what really happens. Yeah. Maybe you can light your number, but you light it, yeah, but you light it in maybe 2 digits, like 07, and then you go to another paragraph, and then it will be easier. Otherwise, if you light the whole number, it's going to be filtered out, and it's going to be hidden from the other users. I think that's the only way that maybe I can be able to, to assist you via this platform. Yeah. I think that's the easiest way that I can be able to, you know, to watch, to say that we can be able to probably contribute something small. Alternatively, if you have something like a till number, I think that one, maybe for the people here in Kenya, I think it will also be very easy for you maybe to get billed out. But otherwise, I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, when you put your number here, it will be seen as very, very much inappropriate. Yeah, which is something that I don't want you to feel as if we are trying to single out, your issue. But that's the reality of the things. Yeah. So guys, as always, as I was saying, if this is your first time, guys, consider subscribing. If you have never been here, I would really love your subscription, guys. Let's take this platform to 2K subscribers, and guys, I'm always going to appreciate. We have Naruto text story. How are you doing, Naruto? How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining. Julius, are you the same as Naruto? Naruto, hi. Thank you so much for joining. Finally, guys, let's like the live. Finally, now I can be able to access my laptop. Let me just post our daily topic, guys. Each and every day we have a topic where we discuss about various issues, various based issues, and thank everyone for always contributing through voting or anything of such. Corinne, bonjour. How are you doing? How is Italy today? How is Italy today, Corinne? Naruto, thank you. Yeah, I can see 6, 7. You should I think it should be 10 digits. But now you should light them in 2. Yeah, just the way you are doing, like 07, 67. Then from there, that way. I think now you can be able to get what I'm saying. Because when you light the entire thing, it's going to be filtered out. So you should light it maybe in 2 digits. Yeah. And then once we have it, now you can clear the number. There guys we go. There guys we go. We are having our brother here. He is called Julius. Julius is saying that he has some issues. He has not been able, to raise his entire uh, house rent, and he would love if maybe we can chip in, and maybe we can be able to assist him with something. That's what Julius is saying. That's what Julius is saying. Corinne, bonjour. There we go. Now I have full access to my laptop. Now it's time to go, guys. Now it's time to go, guys. Thank you guys. Wow, happy Wednesday once more, guys. Happy Wednesday once more. Guys, if this is your first time here, kindly consider subscribing. Kindly consider subscribing, guys. Wow, finally I'm here, guys. Thank you so much for staying here. There we go, guys. I was updating my laptop, so I was updating, but now I'm good. I'm good, guys. I'm very good. Thank you so much, guys, with a lot of love, for so many likes. Wow, I appreciate, guys. There I go, officially. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you. Happy Wednesday, everyone. There we go with our topic. Today, guys, we are having a very simple but yet very fundamental topic. Today, guys, is all about the issue of accountability. Yeah, is all about the issue of accountability. There we go. Let me just pin the message. The message has been pinned. There we go, guys. We are having a very simple question: is accountability instrumental? In today's world? Yeah, I don't want to copy. Naruto, how are you doing? Is accountability an instrument? Is accountability instrumental in today's world? Is accountability instrumental? Is accountability instrumental in today's world? That's the question, guys, that we are having today. Let me know your thoughts. Guys. There we go. Yes, reprise. There we go, guys. Is accountability instrumental in today's world? Let me just know your thoughts. Why you believe that accountability, why you feel accountability is an instrumental thing in our modern day world. Yeah. Wow. Now there is something here that it has just pinned without even lighting anything. There we go. So are you accountable? Do you feel accountable? Wow, there we go, guys. Naruto 67676767. There we go, guys. Do you feel accountable in your daily activities? 50% are saying yes and 50% are saying no. Let me know. Corinne, how are you doing today? Let me know, guys. Naruto 07676767. Is that the number, Naruto? Naruto, is that the number? Translate. Corinne, how are you doing today? How is Italy? How is Italy? Corinne, comment Valital Valdita. Thank you, guys. Do you feel accountable? That's the question. That is the question that we are having today. Do you feel accountable, to the activities that you do in your daily life? That's the question, guys, that we are having today. And 50% are saying yes, and 50% are saying no. So, guys, our topic is very instrumental and very fundamental, based on the complexities that we feel and that we experience in our societies today. And in terms of accountability, I would say yes, that accountability is something that should be considered instrumental, based on the nature of our changing world each and every day. And we have a very complex world today, and our world today really calls for virtual. It really calls for virtual. It really calls for good, good ability to communicate, good ability to build trust with others. And therefore, when people are accountable, there is an element, of ensuring that growth within our society is felt. When people really are accountable, for the issues that maybe they are tackling, or maybe for the work, or any assignments that they are really tackling each and every day, it's a form of building trust, you see. It's kind of an organization setting whereby you just feel that if someone can be accountable maybe for the results, yeah, for certain results, then at the end of the day you can really feel that the entire system or the entire organization is really moving in the in the right direction. And therefore in the process this entire thing really fosters for what we call growth and development, and that's the essence of accountability. So accountability is very key, and without accountability, we always say that if you are not accountable, then then at the end of the day there is nothing like the results. We always say that accountability comes with responsibility. First of all you must have some responsibility, then from there now you can be accountable for the responsibilities that have been charged onto you. And therefore each and every time we feel that someone was accountable for maybe a certain thing, we always feel that there is that element of trust. You can be able to trust maybe the organization, you can be able to trust the people around you if they are accountable, but they feel very you have a lot of fear, especially when people does things but at the end of the day no one is accountable for it. So the first element why we really need to harness accountability in our modern society is all about the essence of building trust, because when we have trust, then at the end of the day we are able now to build a lot of trust, because people are accountable within organizations, within maybe personal relationships, and maybe within even the team. And this now reminds me about the entire systems, especially when we come to leadership and governance. For people to foster what we call trust, for people to foster what we call, sustainable relationships, then the first thing that people really want to understand and what people really want to know is all about the level of accountability. How accountable are you? So in this complex world, without accountability, then it really becomes very hard and very complex for us to say, we live in a world whereby maybe we can be able to rely on someone for them to do something. So many times I have always heard about issues, especially when it comes to the issue of leadership and governance, especially when maybe a certain leader maybe has some resources and they are supposed to use or to utilize those resources maybe for the maximum benefit maybe of the society or maybe for the communities that they are spearheading, but it becomes very fearful, especially when those leaders are not able to outline on how maybe they utilize the resources, how they used each and every coin, and how maybe they intend even to use maybe the resources in the future, especially when they get it. And therefore this one now creates the entire system whereby maybe you can be able to have your own trust, or maybe you cannot, or maybe in a system where maybe you cannot be able to trust based on the lack of accountability. So accountability is very fundamental, especially when you really want to build on trust. The other aspect why accountability should be one of the core things that we should be able to see in the modern society is all about the essence of driving success and productivity. Yeah. I have worked with a lot of teams in the past, and one thing that I have always established, and one thing that I have always seen, when you work in a team, and each and every member maybe has a certain role to play, then it really motivates you, to attain maybe that goal that the entire team really set at the start of the process. However, when someone is not accountable, maybe within a team, then even the entire operation of the team, it really becomes complex, because you don't know if this section is going to fail, who are we going to blame? See, that's the essence of accountability. But when the team is set in a way that it has a lot of clarity, each and every person understands their role and understands their position, then it really becomes easier for them and for the team members to be able to say, I think this section was supposed to be handled by ABCD, and therefore we should be able to seek the results from this one. And this applies to what we do in life, like in a family setting. I think each and every person within a family setting has their own role and responsibility, you see. And within our African context, one of the key issues or one of the key themes about men is that men overall are seen as the head of the family, and therefore accountability comes in. You know, we have this kind of our culture, our African culture, have really been preset in such a way that if you are the head of the family, you have to cater. You have to cater for you have to cater education for your kids. You have to really understand, how you are going to pay the house rent where your family stays. And at the end of the day, as the head of the family, you have also to understand that, any bills may be linked with that house. It is your own sole responsibility to ensure that, you keep up with those bills. And therefore, anytime maybe a house is not paid, maybe a house rent is not paid, maybe school fees is not paid, on very rare cases would you even hear from our teachers trying to ask, maybe the kid. They always refer where, just go and tell your father or your mother that at the end of the day they need to clear your bill. And you see, because we have this kind of a preset notion that each and every person, maybe within a family setting, has their role and responsibility, then it becomes easier for us to be accountable. And I have seen so many cases, in the past, whereby maybe you see a guy, or you see a son or a daughter, always saying, you know what, I believe that if my father really took me to school, then today I believe that I could have been a better person than I am today. And when you hear someone just say that, you always understand that that accountability, that responsibility, maybe of taking maybe you to school, it was solely or it was heavily relied maybe on your father. So that one is very, very critical. Similarly, in our African setting, especially here in Kenya, the essence of looking after the kids, uh, what those kids ate, if they went to school, all those issues. It was a key role that was delegated to our mothers, you see. And therefore, on very rare cases, would you hear someone just ask maybe the husband why the kids didn't go to school? It was mainly the wife who was always asked, how the kids were faring on, what the kid ate, all those stuff. So taking care of the kids, it is a responsibility even in our modern society, whereby we as Africans, we always believe that this is the church, the person responsible. It's all about the mother. So that one is very, very critical. And therefore, if now you see the collaboration maybe of the husband and the collaboration of the wife, the wife taking care of the kids, ensuring that their school uniform is clean, ensuring maybe anything that was communicated by the teacher is well communicated to the husband. At the end of the day, now you just find that that entire thing or what we call the entire framework of that family setting, you'd always find it to be very, very functional. Unlike, especially when you just find that does not understand the role, the wife does not understand the, then at the end of the day you just find that the entire system or the entire operation maybe within that household is no longer working. So understanding responsibility and being accountable is also very, very, very key to driving success and productivity. And I always see the way our politicians, each and every time try to play with our mind, because they really want to deviate from the key responsibility. Most of them understand that if I'm asked on this question, maybe I won't be able to understand, or I won't be able to answer, because at the end of the day I'm the one who has failed maybe the people that really elected me. And therefore, in that kind of a setting, or in that kind of a scenario, you just find that success and productivity, for it to be achieved, it's on very low scale. So therefore, for us to keep on driving success and productivity, we really need to have what we call productivity, which is very, very key and always linked with accountability. The other aspect, why we really need to be accountable in whatever we are doing, is the essence of ensuring that we keep on growing and learning. When people accept responsibility, it's always said that they create opportunity for them to change and to learn. I think this one is very, very practical and very, very true, because each and every time maybe we have a learning opportunity, I think the best time and the best place is when maybe we are working maybe on a certain issue as a team. When we work as a team, I think it gives us the essence of learning as well as the essence of growth and development. I am in so many organizations out here, like the ones that are government oriented, like the CBO. This is the community-based organization, and I have really come to appreciate that the more you interact with such type of organizations, the more people has information. See, mostly when you maybe coordinate, when you're in the process of coordinating with people, in organizations such as the CBO, or maybe the self-help group, that's where now is where real information and raw information is. Because at the end of the day, you just find that maybe someone used to work with a certain CBO, they have some information maybe on how you can be able to apply a certain loan. Maybe you just find another partner, maybe they work with a certain company, they bring their entire organization, or maybe knowledge into your group. And in the process, you guys, you learn a lot of issues. When now we are in a group, we are always able to appreciate, on the far that we have come in terms of learning, and we can be able to see some key differences, especially when we are out of group and when we are in group. That's also very, very fundamental, and it's always linked with a lot of accountability. Accountability also comes with a lot of ethical and justice. Anytime that we are accountable, we are able to operate, on basis of ethical dimensions. Our conduct is very, very ethical, in such a way that we serve other people with dignity. We serve people, we operate with other people in such a way that we prevent any form of misconduct, because a lot of misconduct are always realized especially when people now feel that they are not accountable for any results. And I think this is where now Africa is, especially when it comes to the issue of leadership. Because most of the leaders, at the end of the day, they just feel that they are not accountable, to so many themes, to so many issues that they do. And in the process now, all they can do is maybe propel maybe issues of humanitarian crisis, such as abductions and killings. Others, you just find that they are propelling what we may call scandals, through a lot of fabricated corruption issues. Because at the end of the day, they don't want to be ethical, you see. Because if you are accountable, you always find yourself, always playing the rule of the law. But if you don't want really to be accountable, then there is no way you are going to frame yourself in such a way that you are going to abide by the law. And you see, at the end of the day, now a lot of misjustice happens, and this one now creates what we call a very torn society. Because at the end of the day, when we are not accountable even to the public resources, then you cannot expect any form of progress or any form of peace and stability. Accountability also comes with the element of autonomy. When you are accountable, you are able to listen. Yeah, you are able to listen. And the reason why you can be able to see things from a different perspective is because you understand the process. Yeah, I always love people who always appreciate the process, people who always understand the process, and people who always know that this is how this thing is done, and I can do it. I can do it again and again, without even the blink of an eye. I think that's the best way of ensuring that we keep on expanding our mind, that we keep on, talking out our mind, especially when now we embrace accountability at all levels. Because at the end of the day, accountability, it gives us the space, it gives us the freedom, and it also gives us the element of ensuring that we use our brains at the peak, in such a way that we can be able to talk issues as they are, without any form of fabrications. However, for people that do not want to be, for people that do not want to be accountable, they always have a lot of issues, especially when it comes to to autonomy. Because at the end of the day, you just find even they are struggling to talk, they are struggling to defend their positions. You just find that some people are even so shallow, especially when it comes to information, that you would probably have thought it was like they are fundamental, for them to talk about it, and for them to just see how that information was fundamental, maybe in attaining a certain goal. So accountability comes with a lot of autonomy, or with a lot of autonomy, which is key, especially when we come to reason. Because by owning our own choice and our own consequences, we can be able to remain in control. And in the process, we just realize what we call the personal growth, rather than being controlled by the external circumstances. I think that's the best way for us to keep on, being committed to exercising and to ensuring that we talk out our mind without any fear, because we are accountable. So accountability comes with what we may call the 3Cs. When you are accountable, you are able to communicate. That's the first thing. You are able to communicate. You are able, to talk your mind with a lot of clarity. Yeah, That's the second. See, the first one is communication. You are able to communicate efficiently because you can understand. You can understand the process. You can maybe understand how you used the resources. You can understand how maybe you treated maybe the people that voted for you. You can be able to understand on the magnitude maybe of your decisions, maybe based on a certain amount of based on a certain role and responsibility that was really charged onto you. And in the process, now you can be able to foster what we call the culture of accountability. And therefore, first of all, when we are accountable, we have clarity of mind. We can talk, and we don't have like what we call the gray areas. Yeah. Sometimes we don't talk like we are having what we call the double talk or the double standard. Some people always have the so-called double standard, the way that even if they are trying to explain something, you just find that at the end of the day they are really struggling. That's a form of maybe they didn't own up what we are really calling about, what we are really talking about accountability. But in terms of communication, if you are accountable and if you understand how everything really went up, you are very eloquent and very efficient in your communication. And we also understand the consequences, especially when we are accountable for what we are doing. you know this is where we are able to unlock the entire team's potential, and they are able to foster on the culture of accountability. And these are the simple foundation for accountability. So accountability comes with clarity, it comes with communication, as well as as well as understanding the consequences. Another, as I conclude, another pillar, the 7 pillars that we should always understand, especially when we are accountable. The first pillar is our character. Our character is very instrumental, especially when we talk about accountability. And because we really want to protect our accountability, then at the end of the day, we must ensure that we protect our character, because our character is very fundamental and very important unto us. And therefore we cannot foresee, or we cannot really want to have a situation whereby we are going to mess up our character because we are not accountable to the laws, and maybe to the laws that have been delegated unto us. So our character is the first thing that comes into our mind, especially when we talk about accountability. So for you to protect your character, you must also understand that character comes with accountability. The other one is all about unity. You really want, if maybe you are working within a team setting, or maybe you are working within an organization setting, or if you are working with others, yeah, within the social setting or whichever capacity, or even in your family setting, for you to be united with others, you must always understand that accountability is the first element that comes on their mind. You see, because they really want you to be accountable with the resources, maybe that maybe you are planning as a family. Maybe they really want you to be accountable, even with your words, with your actions, you see. And for you to remain united, for you not to get disunited, you really want to demonstrate your level of accountability. That one is very important. The other one is what we have said. Accountability comes with learning. This is whereby if you are working maybe within a team, yeah, and you have been delegated a certain role or responsibility, Then for you to be accountable, you have to keep on cross learning from other members. And in the process of learning, you are able to expand on your knowledge, you are able to expand on your skills, able to expand maybe on how you understand some key societal issues, and in the process you are able to become a better version of you. Yeah, unlike maybe when you are not accountable. When we are accountable, we can be able to are we in we can be able to understand which phase are we in and which phase has not been completed. So tracking also comes as a result of accountability. So if we are able to track, if we are able to be accountable, then we must be able to track the process. Urgency is also another thing that comes with accountability. This is where each and every time, if when we are delegated a certain responsibility, we must be very urgent in terms of attending to our duties and responsibility. I always feel very bad, especially when I see maybe a certain guy, because this is Africa, and within our our government organization or politics, you always see maybe a certain guy has been maybe delegated a certain job within a government office, but since they do not want to be accountable maybe for their job, you just find that they don't even have the urgency of doing their responsibility. You see, and in the process they form a lot of backlog that can really be a nuisance even to the people or to the public that they are really serving. So urgency comes with the responsibility, and we appreciate and understand the more we have, the greater the more we must be in ensuring that our laws and mandates are well fulfilled. So urgency is also part and parcel of accountability. Accountability also comes with reputation. Accountability also comes with the reputation. This is where if we are accountable, you know, to the laws and responsibilities that have been delegated onto us, that we keep our reputation. You see, to be very fundamental. Because our reputation is also very key. And for us to keep our reputation, we must be able to appreciate, and we must be able to say we really need to do the right thing for us to keep our names and to keep going. So finally, accountability comes with evolving. Yeah, we live in a dynamic world where things are changing, and for us to be accountable, we must keep on changing. Yeah, we with time, we change with faces, we change with everything, and in the process, we'll be able to meet our laws and responsibility. But if we remain to be more static, yeah, if we just remain to be there, to be just there, then at the end of the day, we are not going to be accountable. We really need to change. If the system is changing, let's change with the system. Let's understand the new system. Let's embrace it. And at the end of the day, we are going to ensure that we keep on developing as individuals, as nations, as well as government or even institutions. So for us, in summation, for us to be accountable, we must protect our character, we must be united with others, and we must understand that unity is key. We must also keep on learning, we must also keep on tracking our progress as well as the progress of others. We must also be very urgent, very urgent in ensuring that we fulfill our laws and mandates. And we must also be very keen in ensuring that our reputations are well upheld in such a way that we don't want to mess with our reputation. And finally, we must also be very evolving in an extent to ensuring that we perform our roles with a lot of dynamism. And therefore, guys, that was it today. Thank you so much for always joining. Thank you so much for always supporting. Let's meet tomorrow, same place, same time. And as I wind up, do you feel accountable in your daily activities? Do you feel accountable in your daily activities? That was the question that we really asked today. And 67 are saying yes, and 33% are saying no. So I believe I have outlined the reasons why 33% should be able to say, you know, I really want to be accountable, for me to keep on moving on, and for me to keep on ensuring that things are moving very well in my life. So guys, let's meet tomorrow, same place, same time, and may God, guys, bless you with a lot of blessings, guys.